Today we're going to talk about the Z-Grill's 1000 D4E. We'll quickly go through the assembly and then we're going to perform a burn-off. And after that we're going to do a biscuit test. When we're done with all three of those steps, I'm going to show you how well it smokes this delicious chicken half. I'm Johnny, you're watching A View to a Grill. The first thing we're going to need to do is assemble the Z-Grill's 1000 D4E. The Z-Grill's 1000 D4E comes in two boxes. The smaller box is the accessory box where you'll find things like the grill grates, and the larger box is the box where you're going to find the main chamber and pellet hopper. The 1000 D4E comes with all the hardware you'll need for assembly. Now let's go ahead and grab the simple installation instructions and get started. For step one of the simple installation instructions, we'll put together the cart, and then once we have the cart put together, we can add on the cabinet. Next, we can get the main cooking chamber and set that right on top of the cabinet. Now we can get the pellet hopper, slide that in, and then attach it. And now we can move on to step number two. First, we'll add on the smokestack, and then we can add on the cabinet doors. Now we can position the heat baffle, and once you've done that, we can move on to step number three. For step three, we'll add on the side shelf, and now we can install the tool hooks, and then we can add on the little shelf for the drain tray. Now we can set in the drain tray, and once we have that done, we can go ahead and screw on our handle. And once we finish that, we can move on to step number four. We can go ahead and screw on our bottle cap opener and then install our grill grates. Now we can go ahead and slide in our ashtray and then install the handle to the ashtray. Now I'll just install the extension cord holder and then wrap up the extension cord. Now I'll just hang our grease bucket, and then the last thing we'll do is position our Wi-Fi antenna. The Z-Grill's 1000 D4E also comes with this nice cover. And if you need more detailed instructions, Z-Grill's does provide you with an owner's manual. And now that we're done assembling the 1000 D4E, let's perform our burn-off. If you've never done a burn-in before, you can find the instructions in the owner's manual. We can get our pellet grill plugged in, get our hopper filled up, and make sure that our burn pot is empty of any debris. I'll go ahead and set my Z-Grills to 450 degrees. I'll spray it with a little spray oil. I happen to be using avocado oil. Now I'll make sure that the screw is turning and that we see that the ceramic rod glowing. There you go. I see some pellets falling and some smoke circulating. Now I'll go ahead and assemble the inside of the cooking chamber. Once I see the white smoke, I'll go ahead, close the door, and let it run for 30 minutes. For pellet grills, when I'm coming down from a high temperature of say 450 degrees, I like to lower the temperature down to 300 and let it run for a few minutes before starting this shutdown cycle. I find this helps me prevent hopper fires. Now let's go ahead, perform our biscuit test to see how evenly heat is distributed in the Z-Grill's 1000 D4E. I'm going to set the grill to 375 degrees. And of course, I'm using the cheapest biscuits I could find. I'll get all three levels of the grates filled up with biscuits. Then I'll close the lid and run this for about 10 minutes. And now we can see how we did. On the top shelf, you can see they didn't get very dark, but the heat distributed well, even color all the way across. And then on the second shelf, it's looking pretty good. The first three rows are having even heat distribution, but that back row got a little dark, but not too bad. Now the bottom biscuits were on the longest, and that is the hottest part of the grill. But the heat was distributed evenly across the grill except for these two middle biscuits on the right hand side. Now that you know how evenly heat is distributed on the 1000 D4E, let's try this grill out with some chicken halves. For these chicken halves, my target temperature is going to be 375 degrees. They are all seasoned up and ready to go. I'm going to use a drip pan for easy cleanup, and then I'll get the chicken halves right on top of that. Now for these chicken halves, I only opened the grill once, and that was to give them a good rotation. And at this point, I'll also start monitoring internal temperature of the chicken halves. Now internal temperature has reached 167 degrees, so let's go ahead and remove the chicken halves. And here's what we got. Check out this beautiful, evenly colored chicken half. Now, if you've liked what you've seen so far on the Z Grills, check out my link below. I do have a discount code, and if you are so inclined to use that link, thank you very much. I appreciate all your help. I really do. Chicken's done. Now we can go ahead, put the Z Grills in shutdown mode. The first thing I went after was this wing flat. Tried it, 100% delicious. Now let's dive into that chicken breast. And look at this. Since we left the skin on, super juicy, and of course, yeah, this was 100% delicious also. Well, I mean, we might as well keep going and try the thigh. And again, super juicy, done to perfection, and of course, yep, that was super 100% delicious again. And now I might as well try a little bit of that skin, and yeah, again, 100% delicious. But why stop there? Let's have some of this chicken leg. And you already knew that was also 100% delicious, and check out this doneness. Now, if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, go ahead, subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching A View to a Grill. I'll see you guys next time. Take care, y'all.